slow. The game is Gamba. It'd be really, really cool if there was just some way that I could guarantee that luck would factor in a certain way. Like if there was a set order of when your snakes or something like that decided to hit a certain character or target. And I wouldn't mind that. It's clearly not unbalanced because Falcon is a character or whatever it's called. What is no, not Falcon. Falcon is the one that gives you the respawn. Hawk. Hawk is a character that like lets you decide what orientation of your snipe is. Like if you put your hawk on the opposite side of someone else's character, then it hits that area. So it's clearly not unbalanced. It's just they've chosen to make specifically Snake really good against everyone except for unlucky people. I'm convinced that I'm unlucky. That's my John, is that I'm unlucky. I only win if I completely annihilate my opponents. What the heck am I looking at? What am I looking at? You gotta have no Johns. It's true. This game is all skill. You gotta fight tooth and nail for every win and treat every loss as a strategic involvement of their opponent's process. So when my opponent puts a scorpion down in the middle of their build with no real logic behind it, and it happens upon killing one of my creatures, that's completely skill-based. I think you have to, as opposed to saying it's a John, just sort of acknowledge the fact that the game is predicated around a lot of things that are just naturally unlucky. Sometimes you just get got. Oh, I'm being called. Okay. So I'll just mute my... Sure. What do I do about... I hope that wasn't audible, but who knows? If it was, all you would have heard is me talking to my grandma. Don't worry, I didn't miss anything, because all we're doing here is just sitting and watching the number go down in the bottom right corner. On the bright side, this people here aren't playing with any luck-based characters. That's pretty cool. Uh, there isn't a single random thing being used. That's pretty cool. I guess I just need to buy stuff. I need to buy something that makes my dog less bad. Something like that, maybe? Ah, well, I gotta put something up front. And then we'll just throw in a cupcake on you. Just to get a win. What are we doing here, man? How am I supposed to talk? What am I supposed to find to talk about when I'm just watching the number go down? What am I, a top 10 list? Watching numbers go down and getting more and more excited about it? At least I got a level 3. This could be a bison. It's not, but it could have been. Wouldn't that have been cool if it were a bison? Wouldn't it have been nice if I had any team parity? Parity, not parody. Yeah. Can I get a second level 2? I guess that's technically a way to give me a level 2. That's kind of a level 2. It'll do. This build is non-serious. It's just convincing me to sell things over and over again, because it keeps giving me these groups of 3. And now we watch as 19 becomes 18, because 17 becomes 16, because this is what they paid me to see. This is the content. This is the rip-roaring gameplay. Holy Toledo. There's gonna come a point where I just can't handle this anymore. And I just accept that 1700 Elo is possible, but it would take me genuinely a decade. Because absolutely no one is playing this game. And when they are playing this game, they're playing it with only their one thumb, and so they just slowly slide character to character. I have pills. Well, that makes these two invalidated. Yeah, by all means, coach me, but unfortunately, I accept backseating. I have no problem with that. The only thing that I might be worried about is the fact that there's just only so much I can do. Big lobbies I'm generally good to hide in. It's those three-man groups. Sometimes when I get a three-man group and I just get snuffed out like a flame. I am trying to improve. Generally, I think my decision-making is fine. It's just I don't know anything about team positioning or placement or anything like that. And I don't know the minutiae of certain strategies. I wish I had a rabbit. I would love to get a turtle. But what do I sell for the turtle? I guess the dog. I don't need the dog. The dog is like a mediocre pet, all things considered. I still need these two, because the penguin is putting in work. So, we'll just freeze this and move on. Yeah, sure, that's something. Well, I could sing me a whole sea shanty. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Bully of Tea. The winds blew harder, bowed it down. Blow, my bully boys, blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the token is done, we'll take our leave and go. It was pretty much exactly synchronized to the time it took to finish it. What a joke. What an actual joke. I have to sit here for 20 actual seconds. This is what I get a snail for. This is what I get a skunk for. And it didn't even do anything. Because he's got 36 health. Which I guess fair enough. That's a ridiculous amount to have. Not in love. Certainly not in love. I guess I'll do this because I want to get the 9 attack to have 2 attacks. And then we'll just throw meat bone on some. I'll just throw salad out. I really can't sell these per se because I'm getting the +1/+1 per turn. Not that I want to sell them. I mean, they are pretty high level. Is someone dead? 2 people are dead. I didn't even notice that. Do I win this? No. No, I do not. Ugh. Well, we're all mediocre. We're all doing fine. We all have 3 health. It just comes down to decision-making now. I would not mind at all getting melon armor on both of them. So if my worm only removes if my skunk only gets 32% off this, it's just not really worth it. Because how the heck am I supposed to kill that without just, like, getting steak or something? I don't know what to do about that guy. That poor feller. I have another level 2 now, which means I can dip. Well, do I need skunk to win? Because with that skunk, it's only beneficial against the top guy, and the top guy's probably just going to pivot to a different character and start pumping stats up into that afterwards. It'd be really cool if I could get this black cat. Yeah, I think I was going to get the black cat. I think I'll sell the penguin for the cat. That makes sense. I was paralyzed there because I just need to do something. I want to do something zany, too. It lost 15 health, but that's still more attack than I actually am capable of distributing. Like, I'm not going to be able to take care of this. What a joke. What a sick joke. At least I froze the sushi. This needs to go on somewhere. Why not you? Now this might remove 20 cell health. That'd be nice. Give me another food, another scaling food. Not quite. I guess I'll try and destroy this before he manages to deal a bunch of damage to me. That's about what I've got. I think I'll get second place again, then just lose 4. Because I haven't been able to get a scorpion. And even if I got a scorpion, I probably wouldn't feel comfortable using it because all the rest of my pets are so good. With the exception of this guy, but he's just high stats. So he's valuable for that reason. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably just slated for a second place. Because who the heck could beat this guy? It might be worth it, but I don't really feel like going through the rigmarole of setting up VC. That's just... I'm bad about that. I do like to talk to people, generally. But right now, maybe we could do that off stream or something. Because I just want to hop on this call, get my stream cut up into VODs, and then use those VODs on my YouTube channel. That's what I typically do. You've been on the leaderboard for a while. I definitely want to improve. I guess I'm looking for like some metric of improvement that I can... I feel like 1700 should be possible, but then I miraculously end up with players who are all equally competent to me despite the fact that I'm like tryharding. And I feel like they're just playing a casual game. Like, me sweating is not significantly different in terms of a gameplay success than someone who's just kind of screwing around. I want to say they're trying to, but these guys are like 1,500. So it's not like they've played for enough that that was a factor for them. Like, it's not like their rating is significantly higher than mine. What can I do? I guess I'll just look for better foods. Steak is something. I can use steak on you up front and then freeze these two, I guess, and then look for stat food? Not quite. There's got to be some way that I can break through the mold of just, like, not mediocre luck. It'd be really cool if there was some way that I could, like, account for the fact that sometimes you just get got. But sometimes you do just get got. It do be that way sometimes. Hello, guy. Why does he have his camel behind that? That's so ridiculous that he's doing that. Yeah, so this is where I think I'm slated to get second place, because that guy's got a colossal worm. Pause. Can I get some kind of stat food? No. Can I get... I guess I'll just do this. And luck can get you got. I do agree with that sentiment. It's a crying shame, too, because what I want to do is reach 1,700. I would think that if there was a big group of people, if there was like a Dunning-Kruger effect curve of like a bell graph, or whatever it's called, whenever the graph goes like this, I would think that most people would be like at 1,500. And then the lowest echelon of people would be at like 2,000 thereabouts. And the worst players would be like 1,400. And I would think that getting to 1,700 would be somewhere like here. A little hard, but definitely not the hardest thing to do. Thank you, Streamlabs. Very cool. I would think that I was going for something a little hard, and not like the hardest thing I could do. Yeah, that's what I figured I would get as a second place win. Do I lose 4 or do I gain 1 or what? I gained 7 for that. I don't know how the rating thing works.